Hello, legends, and welcome to Blunt Force Healing Podcast, episode 348. It's Friday morning after yesterday's drive to Dublin and back, and the soccer game in the middle. I was exhausted. I had a terrible headache when I arrived home. But I was so happy to see both Julian and Elizabeth that, it didn't matter much. We spent some time chatting and we went straight to bed. Julian had a kind of worrying moment at night, but we alleviated that. We had another talk and he fell asleep fairly quickly after that. He went to school now, so it's all good. We're still watching because, I want to make sure that he's recovering. As per medic's advice, I gave him a bit of ibuprofen to fight any inflammation, if there's any, that might be bothering him. That's what they said. If the symptoms are kind of not setting down, that we can give him a small amount of ibuprofen. Obviously, it's usually not advised for children younger than 12 years as a standard medicament, I would say. But if you drop the dose, there are guidelines in all the medical official government websites. You can find, at least in the Ireland, UK and a couple of others that I was able to find, the guidelines are there, so you can adjust the dose to be safe for kids. Obviously, it's always better to consult with a medical professional before you do anything. But yeah, it's not super, dangerous or anything like that. And in this case, I wanted to make sure to ease him a little bit down and make sure that he's recovering better and is less anxious. We are currently, as you can see, Murvach Beach. The weather is amazing. It's warm. You can hear seagulls and other birds. The ocean is pretty much still, which is very rare recently. We probably haven't seen it in a while, especially in the summertime. And that's so reassuring now. I can see that Elizabeth she took her shoes off. Where is she? She's there. Not sure if I can zoom in. I can't. Yeah, she took her shoes off and I think she's going to the water to test the temperature, I guess. So yesterday was, in general, it was a fairly good day. I did 2 TikTok lives on the way in and back. It was a great engagement. I really appreciate those kind of people that visit my lives very often. They are the same people kind of that support me, which is great, and I'd like to thank them even here on the video, especially to Louise, Mercedes, and Reese came back after a couple of lives. There's a couple of others that I don't recall at the moment, but they also pop in from time to time. They weren't on those 2 lives, but I remember that they're repetitive, watchers from my following. So I'm really glad to see those people, because this is this is the community that is being built, and these people support me, and I want to support them by being on those lives and talking about things that they want to talk. Other than that, as I said, it's Friday morning, so it's quite unusual for me to do the update. And you know, I took an early kind of equivalent of lunch to do the walk because of the weather. But as you can see in the distance, the sky is clearing, and we are expecting to get higher temperatures in the coming days and a better weather. So I hope it's, fingers crossed, it's gonna happen, because we had 2 months of almost continuous rain, so it was quite discouraging and mentally draining. So a good weather is something that we definitely look forward to. Not sure about what about today's blog post will be. It's a mystery. The soccer game yesterday was great because I tested me playing without glasses. I'm short-sighted, so anything that is in a distance is slightly blurred, depending on the distance, obviously. So I always wanted to play with glasses, but every time I play, sometimes glasses fall off, and I actually broke the glasses previously, I think already 2-3 months ago, and I keep gluing them. Like, my wife is pissed because she wants me to go to the optician and change the glasses, but I said, like, listen, until they kind of completely fall off, or I'm really pissed myself that I need to change them, I won't do it. So yeah, yesterday on the way back, I went to Blanchardstown Shopping Center to see, because I saw nice frames and I wanted to buy the frames and then make glasses here in the lenses and all the assembly here in Donegal town, but those frames were gone. I couldn't find them, so not very fruitful yesterday. And I came back with nothing except for a couple of chocolates from Butlers. I must say that while I love Butlers, or loved Butlers from the very start when I arrived to Ireland, and I've got to know this business because it's a kind of traditional Irish chocolatiers, it came to shit, to be honest. I think because of maybe new manufacturing and the matching the requirements of the public, they became sweeter and less tasty than they were. So there's less chocolate, more sugar in them, and you can feel it. It's basically just sugar. There's no more taste anymore. Like, it used to be a nice chocolate, so it's quite disappointing. But they're still better than I would say most chocolates, I guess. And yeah, that's it. Elizabeth is coming back, so I will be wrapping up this episode, and the rest of update will be in the blog post. So thank you very much for popping by and your time watching my stuff and reading my stuff. If you have any feedback and you want me to talk about or write about anything specific, please let me know. My channels, the links are in the blog, and you can get there using the link in the description of the podcast if you're not on the blog. So stay tuned and see you tomorrow.